Okay, here we go. I'm doing this video today because it's Labor Day weekend coming up, and a lot of people go away or they don't have time. They're out working in their yards for harvest time. So I wanted to get this video done today and uploaded for this weekend. I hope you all have a wonderful Labor Day weekend. But I'm going to be putting on a little makeup, and I thought it would be good to start this video with a card reading for the weekend. I'm going to be using my own cards that I created, hence the name Light Fragment Oracle. So I'm shuffling my deck right now. So how are you today? Are you doing good? I hope you're doing good. I hope that whatever is going on with you in your life, that you know how important you are to God. Very important to God. That's the most important thing. This card is called Coming Full Circle. So, what does coming full circle mean? It means that when you're encountering a situation or a challenge, and you allow yourself to move through it and come out the other side, it's like completing a circle. It could mean that you are living somewhere, you moved away from where you used to live, and now you're returning. You're coming full circle. It could mean that you've reached a point in your life where you've made it through all these challenges, you've gained a lot of wisdom and experience, and you are now coming full circle. You're seeing the fruits of all that. You're seeing the fruits of your labor. You're seeing the fruits of your internal hard work right now. And that's what this card means. Coming full circle is a life situation that only life can teach. Life experience is what teaches us this. You cannot get through it any other way. You can talk yourself through it, but the experience of having to deal with it and get through it is what teaches you. We do this by experiencing painful situations and feelings such as defeat, loss, despair, and hopelessness. When we go within and we search that inner being, sometimes I call it the inner child, and we really work at that by nurturing our inner being. It's not a selfish thing. We are connecting to who we truly are. And then one day, as time goes on, because time doesn't stop, we look and we realize, wow, I have come full circle on this. And there's a line right here in the middle. It's a separation between the mind and the heart, which often happens during times of grief. The coming full circle during grief is when we finally are able to merge our mind and our heart. And that is a coming full circle. So that's what this card means for today. It's a very intuitive card, which is what purple is. And also communicate what you need. Communicate what you need. I need to be able to have some time to heal. I need to be able to go through this. I need to be able to feel better. And the communication starts with you and you. You and you and God. And then you will see that you're able to ask for the necessary things that you need to get through this. Flip another card. Okay, so this is the reflections card. This card typically has to do with relationships. Now, there is a love relationship going on here. We've got total opposites. Okay, we've got total opposites in this card, but they are connected. Okay, it's a soul connection. But relationships of all kinds are a reflection of who we are. And so sometimes when somebody talks to us a certain way, the first thing we want to do is blame them for that. But it is a good idea to look inside yourself and ask, okay, how did I enter this situation? Was I in a bad mood? Do I have a lot on my mind? Am I stressed? Or did I make the choice to enter this relationship, this situation, being fully and wholly who I am? And so mirrors reflect back to us what is presented, right? So paying attention to what we're doing, who we are, is what's important. And when you've done all that you can in the best way you can, focusing on joy, love, peace, and the other party doesn't see that or feel that, a lot of times it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. So if you are a mirror to somebody or they are a mirror to you, it's a good thing. It's a good thing because that's how we grow and that's how we change and make changes to our emotional and mental appearance by looking in the mirror. So some of you out there might be going through some difficulties in your relationships, but pull back, try not to go lean to the negative and the chaos and everything that goes on in the mind, and just be present and think about what's going on down here inside of me that is being reflected outward. Okay? That's what this card is all about for today. And being the fact that it's a holiday weekend, you might be spending a lot of time in relationships. And then the third card is the play card. Make sure you spend time playing, not working constantly, but playing too. Play is essential for wholeness. Having a little bit of fun. And you don't have to break the bank to do it. There are so many things that you could do. I walked around my yard yesterday in my day off doing a vlog, and the wind was blowing and the sun was out and the birds were chirping and the wind chimes, and it just felt so good. So it's taking a break. It's having time to play, whatever that is. Okay, it's a time of recreation. I put the little beagle here in this picture because dogs are playful. They love to play. They love to prance around. They love it when their owners jump up and say, "Let's go for a walk," right? So they are just eager to play. And as I'm getting older, I want to play more. I really do. I feel that the more play we put into our lives, the more joy we will have. So take some time to play, laugh, enjoy your life. Okay? Enjoy your life. You do not need to break the bank to enjoy your life. And let's pull a root card. Be mindful and simplify. That's why this card is so simple. When I first started doing soul auras, this is how I did them. And I did this one at a fair. I had 20 minutes to do it before I got the next person. So I was only able to get this done and the colors and talk at the same time. But I left this card in here in my deck, not fully finished, because I love the simplicity of it. And that's why I chose this card, to be mindful and simplify. Notice that there's just not a lot going on in here, but what you see is what's important. You see pink, which is love. Some purple, or violet, which is a strong intuition. And then you see a little bit of turquoise, which is indicative to being the water. It's indicative to Mother Mary. It's indicative to flowing with life. It's indicative to letting go of that which isn't serving you. This is what this card is, the root of all of these things. Okay, so maybe it's time to let go of some of these things that you've been holding on to. Now, they say that grief never ends, and it doesn't, to a degree. Whenever you have a memory of somebody that you absolutely love, then you're going to remember that person. The goal is, when you are remembering that person, be it a spouse, a parent, a sibling, a child, the coming full circle is that you think about the love that you have for this person still, that you had for this person, that you miss without the tears, the morphing into the peaceful feelings of gratitude for having them in your life, even if it's for a brief time. The clinging onto and the hanging onto that is not healthy. At some point, there needs to be a gentle reminder in love. But the gut-wrenching feelings in time ease. You never forget, but you do come full circle. So this might be a good time to be simplifying your feelings. If it's recent, just ignore what I'm saying. If this has been going on for 30 years, think about that. Think about that. Okay, and then the second card has to do with relationships and reflections. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Try not to get too analytical about things. And then take some time to play. Take a walk. Take a hike. Fly a kite. Go for a swim. It's the end of the summer. You know, sometimes in the cool weather, it's really good to go swimming because the water feels warm, and then you get out and you feel invigorated. So take time to play. Simple play. Not not something that's going to make you exhausted. So, hope is the soul's way of staying the course and renewing itself in love. That's just another way of saying coming full circle. Hope in the present moment is all we need. It is a mindful action. By releasing the big picture to the universe and allowing the smallest hopeful thought to take root, we have begun the process for a miracle to occur. And the best way to do that is to simplify, spend time being quiet, meditate, calm down the mind, and allow life to unfold. Okay? That's the reading for this week. Okay. I'm going to put my headband on. It usually messes up my hair really badly. I'm going to try to... Okay, so I'm pushing it back. See what it does? It's kind of funny. All right, that looks okay. Okay. I don't like to get makeup in my hair. So I had to go into the drugstore and pick something up for my husband. And I decided that I was going to just kind of look at the makeup. And one of the things that I thought looked interesting. Now, when I watch makeup videos, I didn't see this because I just started doing that about a year or two ago. And so I would only click on the ones that I thought would interest me. So I love Physicians Formula. And I saw this Physicians Formula, Better Believe It, foundation concealer and concealer. And I was looking at it. I go by my guidance system. Okay? The price was right for me. And I said, you know what? This here, it says for all skin types. This is light to medium. Better Believe It foundation and concealer for all skin types. And then when you peel back the little thing in the back, it gives you all the ingredients. So as long as there's no coconut in it, I can use it. I'm going to first put on my concealer, which we talked about the other day, which is the Wet n Wild Incognito. This is kind of light for me, but I like the way it works. So I'm just going to dab this just where it's dark. I'm not going to go into this as a doe foot and all that stuff. If you guys watched my video the other day, you would know. Oh, wait a minute. I am going to... You know what? I'm not going to use this on my spots because since this Better Believe It has concealer in it, let's see how it blends my age spots. Okay, so I'm going to take my Rare Beauty brush, which I absolutely love, and I'm looking over here, okay? I'm trying something different. I have a huge stand-up mirror here. And I've got natural light coming in the window. No studio lights or anything like that. So all I'm doing is tapping this in on that side. The one thing about the Incognito concealer is that it does start to dry down. So you can leave it for a little bit, and then it has more consistency to it where it's stiffer. So you can actually press it in to where you want it to go. There's that little mole I was talking to you about the other day. Okay, I think the rest of that will be covered up with the foundation. Okay, now that I have that on, I did not put my eye primer on the other day because I didn't have it with me, and I'm learning how to navigate this whole setup. Nicole Cosmetics, it's Nicole Johnson. And this is a light medium eye and lip primer. So you can prime your lips with this too. But I just use it as an eyelid primer. And I just take my finger and I rub it in here. And then what I do is I put a line up the middle, just like that. I do both sides. It's just faster. Now, this has a matte consistency when it dries down, and I do not find it to crease at all. And I have wrinkles on my eyelids, okay? I'm being ambidextrous here. I'm using both my ring fingers at the same time. Okay, you can still see that little mole there, but we're going to leave it. All right, that looks pretty good. What do you think about under my eyes? Do you think I should add a little bit more concealer? You know what? Let's not. Let's not. Let's try this foundation. They say to shake it, so I shake it really good. And I'm putting on one full pump. You do not, the first day that I used this, I went crazy putting it on. And I liked it, but I found that I didn't need to put that much on my face. This is not a dewy foundation, which I like, okay? And the key to this is it does start to dry quickly. So it's better to use a beauty blender than a brush. I love using a brush, but that's what I did the first day. And I found that it was just too much. This makeup has a lot of coverage. It does not have a dewy finish. It has a soft, I don't even want to say luminous. It's like a satin finish. Now, if you can see, I'm not putting on a lot here. I'm just dabbing it all in. And I did mention the other day that I do not like foundation. Okay, so let's cover up these spots here, these spots here. I got a spot there. I got some spots there. And I have a few spots up here. I'll just go along my hairline a little bit. And we're going to try this just right here under the eye. That's quite a bit, so it may look cakey, but I don't worry so much about that like you guys do because I wear glasses. And the glasses really do hide a lot of things. So let's go back. Okay. Wow, that covered that up pretty good. That's the thing with this foundation. Less is more. Oh my gosh, I'm getting wrinkles there. Less is more. And use a moist beauty blender because it will seamlessly blend it out. You can go back after and look in your fine lines of wrinkles. Okay, notice I did not do this part yet. I'm going to go back with my Rare Beauty, and I'm going to tap underneath here. Just going in some of my fine lines and wrinkles here and picking up excess. And I'm going to take a little bit. Look how much I still have left on my. A little goes a long way. Just remember that when you use this, if you decide to get it. Now, I'm like a year. I'm a day late and $1 short when it comes to makeup. But that doesn't mean that I can't do a makeup video about it. This is new to me. It might not be new to the makeup community. Okay, so it still feels a little tacky. This does dry down because I wore it the other day. I'm going to go back and just gently pull down and tap under my eyes. I'm going to tap over my lips, down this crease, and I notice that I'm getting some wrinkles here now. Never noticed that before. Oh well. Okay, so while that's drying, now I'm going to put on my e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. Okay, so this is how I do it. This is also in taupe. I thought it was a soft brown. But the pencil works so much nicer, I think. See the difference? Than the, let's see if I can do this so you guys can see it. I think the pencil is nicer than the Wow Brow. The Wow Brow is for holding the eyebrows in place. The pencil is for giving them fullness. So I'm going to go back with my spoolie and just do a, this is where I brush up like that, and it just sort of softens everything. It doesn't take this. If I wasn't doing this, as I said earlier, yes, the other day, if I wasn't doing this in a mirror for you guys to see, it would take me 10 minutes to do this because I have my big magnifying mirror. I can see everything, and it doesn't take me long at all. I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to brush the Wow Brow Gel from e.l.f. in taupe over my eyebrows, like that. I'm from the 70s. That was my era. And in the 90s, thin eyebrows were in style. Let's see. Here's this. Is it even? Doesn't look like it is. It looks like this one comes down longer than this one. And there are hairs there, but I'm going to draw this down just a little bit. Just a little bit. I have very few hairs there. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, we did that. I'm just going to check real close here. This is all set. Now what I want to do is I want to set all of this with my e.l.f. powder. Okay, so I got my fluffy brush, and I'm just going to powder around my nose, up like this. Just like that. Bought the Physicians Formula Butter Eyeshadow Tropical Days. And it says that this is new. Probably came out at the beginning of the summer. I love how they show you in the back the different eye looks with the four sets of quads. This is what the palette looks like. It's really pretty. All of these for fall here. You can even add some of this for fall, or the plum and this for fall. So it has a spring and fall look to it. It almost has a lilac look to it. That's not what I want for my transition shade, though. I think I'll go in with this one. And that one is called Coastal Chic. So let's do that. I'm just going to try with this, and then I'll come back after I put all my eyeshadow on. So I'm going to use this as the transition color. Wow, that's very light. That's really light. That's not as dark as I thought it would be. It's pretty, though. I can go all the way up with this. Kind of like that. You want to talk about a buttery feel. Really pretty. Okay, same side, same color, other side. I could not remember the transition color word. I just call it a base. That's what I've always called it. Base color. But the transition color, it seems like there's quite a bit of fallout. But I think what I'm doing is I'm rubbing too much. This is a pretty big brush. That's pretty. Okay, you guys, these are really pretty, but you have to build them up. You have to build them up. They're very soft and buttery, and so you have to work them in and build them up. I had to leave and come back. I'm just going to use my powder brush to put the bronzer on. This is Physicians Formula 2, which is really nice. I like it. We went over this. It's not like I'm trying a bunch of makeup that you all don't know about. And I'm using the Laura Geller blush that I used the other day, which is Coral Cove. It's pretty. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. If you like coral colors and peaches, peach colors, peach tones, you will like this. It also has a rose tone to it too. I'm going to put a little bit of that down my nose. I'm going to put a little bit of that. I never used to put bronzer up here. I always used blush around up here. I never used bronzer when I was younger. It was just kind of a natural thing. I didn't even watch anything on TV about it. We didn't have YouTube. Okay, and now I'm going to highlight with the Muru Muru Physicians Formula highlighter. And I'm just going to tap it right here. I tend to blend it, but that's what I do. I don't even really tap. And then I just kind of blend it down like that. It's so pretty. And sometimes I do this and this. And then I put a little bit right here. The L'Oreal Lure Liner. And I'm going to tight line. So the way that I've been tight lining, I've been going in and I've just been going between my eyelashes. Now, sometimes I have to start this because if it's been sitting, it doesn't work. So I'm just tight lining in between the lashes. I don't like to go on the waterline. I don't know. I just feel like it smudges and it gets down below. And so tight lining is where you go between your lashes. Can you see the difference between this eye and this eye? I'm going to do this one. You can go back afterwards and just kind of do that. Now, if you get anything on the top, you can just smudge it in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come down just a little bit under my eye, just a little bit. Just like that. Now I'm going to do the same with this side. This is hard for me. I'm just going to go from the corner, maybe halfway over. Makeup is fun. Just like that. Now you can see there's some little bit of smudging up here. There's a little bit of smudging. Because I'm almost done. I'm just going to put some mascara on. I know they were making fun of this mascara. One of the makeup people. Well, when she has to wear glasses or even contacts, okay, she might like this mascara. Just saying. Somebody's trying to call me. It's probably a political poll. I don't answer them anymore. The last couple years have totally messed me up politically. I'm living my life because you know what? They're going to all do what they want anyway. Meanwhile, we're all going to be paying taxes, so whatever. Okay. This is a second coat, which isn't too bad. You know, you don't think that you get a lot on this wand with little teeth, but you really do. I did not use any eyelash primer today. And then usually what I do is I take and I just like swipe along the edge of my bottom lashes. Like that. They're there. Probably make them look really long if I wanted to. Okay, that's done. And now I'm going to put on my Milani Matte Naked, number 61. I think this is really pretty. I don't like matte lipsticks unless I put a balm over it or there's a gloss. But this color is really pretty. Isn't that pretty? And then on top of that, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Coral color 444 that I bought the other day, just to give it some sparkle. I'm not going to put a lot on. Just a little bit. That's it. Not a lot of that. That's it for my makeup today. Let's do some buffing here. I like to buff. I like to buff my makeup in when I'm all done. One of the things that I think is good about buffing is that if you get it in your fine lines and wrinkles, look at, I got makeup all over this. If you get it in your fine lines, if you get makeup in your fine lines and wrinkles and it settles in there and then you go around afterwards, after you've put your powder on and you put all your makeup on and you buff, it smooths it out. Okay? That's it. I'm done. All right, you guys. This was fun. See what I mean? It pushes my hair all up. I'm going to have to recomb it and redo it now. But anyway, that's the makeup edition for today with the card reading. And like I said, you ladies that do this on YouTube, you deserve a medal because this is not easy. Oh, I wanted to show you one other thing. Let me put my glasses on. Part of the problem is that I wear glasses and I can't see. And I get all befuddled. This perfume is from Lancome. And every year my daughter asks me what I want for Mother's Day. Usually I just go up there and I hang out with her and we'll go to a spa or we'll hang out at Ulta or Sephora or we'll go to Trader Joe's or we'll walk the beach. It's called La Vie est Belle. La Vie est Belle from Lancome. This is the box that it came in. I used a sample of this and I loved it so much I thought, I don't know, I'm going to try this. I don't know. I mean, I've been using the same perfume for years. I'm like, I'm going to try this. And so I sprayed it on my wrist, a sample. I had a little tiny sample, little tiny spray bottle. And then I put a little right there, kind of rubbed it in down my décolleté. And sometimes I even do this because I have long hair. I will just do a quick spray on my hand, rub it together, and then I rub it through my hair. And at night when I go to bed, I can smell it on my pillow. But anyway, this is, once it activates with your body heat, it smells so good. And I have gotten a lot of compliments on this. I absolutely love it. It's by Lancome. It's my new favorite perfume. The perfume that I was wearing for a while costs about $25. I used to get a lot of compliments on that too. The problem with that perfume is if you don't spray it on your clothing, then it won't last. Doesn't last on the skin. It'll last on clothing. So I would put it on my skin and then I would, spray my clothes with it. That's the only drawback, and it's called Sierra. I love that perfume. And before that, I wore a perfume that was discontinued, and that perfume I got the most compliments on. I'm not even going to tell you about it because I've inquired about it over the years. I contacted the company and they were like, nope, we're not doing anything about it. That smell is passé. Well, it wasn't passé to me, and it wasn't passé to all the people that smelt it on me. But that's what they do. They discontinue and launch something else. Okay, you guys. This has been an hour video, and I'm editing it to 30 minutes, okay? So, talk to you later. Be well, be blessed, have a wonderful, safe Labor Day weekend, and hey, my makeup doesn't look too bad. I guess I'm getting better at this, right? Guess I'm getting better. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.